Hello students, welcome again. In this video, we are going to talk about the measures of center, and this concept is actually related to data. So whenever we are collecting data about scores of students or heights of students, there are five important things that you need to understand. So we will start with the very first one. These are actually, you can say, vocabulary related to data or um, things that help us understand the data or the information better. So we will start with the first one called mean. And with mean, I will highlight the letter A. So with every word, I'll highlight a letter that I want you to remember. This will help you understand the definition or the meaning of it better. So mean has an A in it, and with A, we can use the word average. So mean of a data set is nothing but the average. So what you basically, the steps are that you add all the numbers and you divide by the number of numbers you have. So, for example, you have a lot of test scores or heights of people. So, after dividing with the number of people you have when you add them, the average or the mean will tell you on an average what is the height of the group of people that are available with you. All right, next up, we will have the second one called a median. And I will highlight the letter I want you to consider here is going to be D. And median is nothing but, I know it doesn't start with a D, but the word middle has two D's in it. So I would like for you to understand that median is a number that is right in the middle of the data set. But for that, you have to also remember you have to arrange your data set from smallest to biggest or in ascending order. So once your data is in ascending order or increasing order, you find out which is the middle value of the data set. And we'll do an example so things should be better clear to you with an example. Next up, we have point number 3 is called mode. And with mode, I will highlight the word O here. So with the mode, we will understand the letter often. O has often, and O also has mode is, what am I saying? O is in mode and often starts with mode. So this is the value. What do we mean by often? Often means something that is occurring, regular basis. So mode is that value which is occurring most often in the data set. All right, next up, we have range. And these are just little ways to remember, students. If you figure out another way to learn or remember, you can do that too. But I think all these letters that I highlighted will help you remember. With the range, I'm going to highlight the word G. So G, why did I highlight G? I'm going to, for range, subtract the greatest value minus the smallest value in the data set. So that gives me the range of the data set. All right, next up I have number 5 is going to be outlier. So outlier is the value that is lying outside of the data set. Now that doesn't mean that it's in the air somewhere, it's not on the notebook or not in the book. It's just for the way it's said, but it's actually lying outside. So for outside, I'm going to highlight O, and we are going to write that this is the value that lies outside the data set. So these were some of the 5 important points that you need for data, students. You can feel free to pause the video and copy these notes. And on the next page, I am going to erase, first of all of this. This is going to fly away soon. There it goes. All right. On the next page, we are going to take an example and do some, all of these vocabulary words that we calculated, we are going to actually calculate them with numbers this time. So, all right, we'll have example one. And we'll start with the problem. And the problem is Hasiel's test scores are given as follows. And the test scores are 98, 93, 90, 95, 71, and 96. And as I'm writing, I'm thinking all these 90s, these cannot be Hasiel's score, the Hasiel C that I have. So I'm just roasting him. Just kidding. So, anyways, that 71 sounds right though. All right. So we'll move on, students, and we will to just for the beginning, as my A step or first step, I will order my data because that's a very useful step. So let us order our data into from smallest to greatest value. So 71, 90, 93, 95, 96, and 98. So let me check if I took all the values. 98 is here, 93, all right, 90, 95, 71 is here, and 96. All right, so they all have dash under them, so I've taken care of everybody. Next up, we will calculate the mean of the data set. So the mean of the data set will be, we will add all the values, 71 plus 90 plus 93 plus 95 plus 96 plus 98 divided by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 values here. So after solving that, students, my answer should be 90.5. So hopefully you have calculators and you can check if you get the same answer. All right. Next up, I will have median. So for median, students, once I have arranged my data set, this is my data set here, I will find the middle value in the data set. So where is the middle value? For middle value, it's a very good idea to start circling from this corner. I circle 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So as you can see in the middle of the data set, I have 2 values, not 1. If I just have 1 value, I'll pick that as a median. But whenever I have 2 values, I will add both of them and I will divide by 2. And my answer should be 94. Right in the middle of 93 and 95 is 94. All right. Next up, I will have mean median mode. And mode is the most often value. So let us check what our mode is here. Well, as I'm studying my data, I'm seeing there is no value that is occurring most often or repeating itself. So I can just say there is no mode. That was easy. All right. Next up, I have a range. With range, remember, G. So with G, I have the greatest value. I already have them organized in the order. I will subtract 98 minus 71, and that is 26. And then last, I have outlier. Outlier is the person outside or the value that is either very small or very bigger, So in the data set, you can see everything else is 90s, but one value is 71. So my outlier here would be 71. All right, let me highlight the letters I would really want to thrust again with A because it's average, just so you can remember. Median, D, middle. Mode O, occurring most often. range G, greatest value minus smallest value, and O, outside the data set. So, this was an example just to give you an idea about the five important things related to the data sets. And we'll discuss more in the future videos a lot about the data sets. So, hope you had some learning experience here. You had fun. And if you find a mistake, anything that you would like to share, please feel free to comment. And thank you for watching those videos and taking good notes. I'll see you in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.